Today I'm going to show you how to make a budget-friendly meatless meal that's one of my favorites. Calabacita is so good. Here we go. So I'm starting off with a lot of fresh veggies. Some of them definitely need to be used. I'm using 2 zucchini, and this one had like mushy parts that I got rid of. I have a jalapeño that needs to be used, 2 yellow squash, Roma tomato, 2 cloves of garlic, some onion, and 2 ears of corn. So now I'm going to prep everything and get it ready for the saute. If you have canned corn, you can use that. I just think fresh corn texturally is so good in this. So traditionally, you would want to use Mexican gray squash, which looks like this, but I had 2 zucchini and 2 yellow squash, so I'm going with that. But if you want to keep things traditional, use the Mexican gray squash. Okay, so in a pan, I'm going to add some cooking oil and I'm going to start to saute my onion and jalapeno. Some of you might actually call this calabacita a la mexicana because of the onion, tomato, and jalapeno, or just calabacitas, so it just depends. Be sure to check the description below and I will put all the ingredients and measurements that I used for this recipe. Okay, so the garlic is in. I'm going to continue the saute, and you'll notice the tomatoes have broken down, which is great. And I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon powder. If you don't want to add chicken bouillon powder, you don't have to. And when you go to add the water, you can skip chicken bouillon powder and add maybe like a can of chicken broth. Okay, so I'm starting off with 1.5 cups of water to go in. I'm going to give that a mix. Here I'm going to add 1 bay leaf and just a tiny pinch of dried Mexican oregano and just kind of crush it between your fingers. Give that a mix. And it was right about here that I just felt like I was missing something. And then I was like, oh yeah, the corn. So technically you could saute the corn before adding the liquid, but it's going in now. So I'm going to give that a mix. So this meal is a great way to utilize corn, beans, and squash, which are grown together utilizing the Native American planting technique where the squash, beans, and zucchini support and thrive as they grow. So comment down below if you are familiar with the 3 sisters. So at this point, give it a mix, bring it up to a simmer. I'm going to add some cracked black pepper before I forget. I'm just forgetting everything today. Now I'm going to cover with a lid and let it gently simmer for about 12 to 15 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to make some tostadas because alongside the calabacita, I'm going to make bean and cheese tostadas. This is one of my favorite meatless meals growing up. And also, like I said, it definitely utilizes the 3 sisters, your squash, your beans, and your corn. So I'm just going to continue to fry these in the pan and make them golden brown and crispy. So my calabacita is definitely simmering and cooking. It smells wonderful. And once this is done, I'm going to utilize a little bit of the cooking oil that's left in the pan. I'll remove some of it, and I'm going to show you how I refry beans. And if you make homemade beans, great. But today I'm using canned. So I'm going in with a little bit of onion with some of this cooking oil. The pan is hot, and I'm going to let that kind of sizzle and cook in the oil. And now I'm going to add a drained can of pinto beans. Sometimes I like to just make a pot of beans and separate it and keep it in the freezer and use as needed, but I have had several comments from some of you that you want to see me utilize more canned goods. Totally understand. So here we go, canned beans. I added a little bit of water, like a quarter of a cup to a third cup, some salt, let that simmer, and then you're just going to start mashing. You can build layers of flavor in canned beans or homemade beans how you like. A little bit of chili powder if you want onion powder, garlic powder, a little chicken bouillon goes into the mix. It all works and it'll taste great, but I'm keeping it simple today. I'm just going to mash these and let these simmer gently. And for the cheese, I'm using Oaxaca cheese. I'm just going to shred that for the tostadas. And here's the calabacita. I like it a little bit soupy. Some people like to add cheese, blocks of cheese into the mix. You can do that, but I'm using it for the tostadas. My refried beans are done. You'll want to taste for salt and seasoning, adjust to your preference, but let's build this meal. So one of the tostadas, I'm just going to add beans and some of the cheese on top. Garnish how you like, make it fresh, add some salsa, jalapeños, pickled jalapeños, lettuce, tomato, onion. It all works. I'm just going to keep things simple today with the beans and cheese. Maybe I'll add some pickled jalapeños on top, but this is good. In a small bowl, I'm going to add some of this stewed squash with corn and peppers and onion and tomato. And you'll always want to taste throughout and even after and adjust the salt and seasoning to your preference. But this is so comforting and it's so good. And right now, it's probably an economical meal. If you're looking for something meatless, a little more healthy, I mean, this totally works. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.